Tomasz Romanovic, I'm a UK chartered architect, urban designer and lifelong town fan. As we transitioned into the 90s came a renewed confidence around the role of public buildings, a renewed confidence around the role of regeneration and investment and the social impact that that can make to towns and cities. Football was changing. Why we went to football was changing. The role of stadiums were changing. The stadium move was spearheaded by Graham Leslie, a local entrepreneur, businessman and of course town board member. Graham Leslie fundamentally understood that stadia and the role of stadia was changing. They were no longer just used by football clubs once a fortnight. They presented opportunities, commercial opportunities. This site here, its proximity to the former Leeds Road Stadium, its permeability to the town centre, and because it was an oven-ready regeneration site, made it the perfect choice for this new venture. Architect firms were interviewed from around the world to put forward their proposition for stadium designs, and it was the Lobb Partnership, who were an Australian firm, who was selected to move forward with this venture. This was a period in British architectural history that was spearheaded by some very dominant and very important British architects in the 1960s, Sir Norman Foster and Sir Richard Rogers. It's an evolution of Victorian architecture. These structures are defined by pushing technology to the absolute max in the course of iron, and then celebrating the nuts and the joints and the different components within. High-tech architecture is a natural evolution of this, and instead of using iron, pushes steel to the max. And one of the optimal benefits to steel is that we can stretch it, we can bend it, and we can create these very elegant and striking roof forms known as banana trusses. But one of the other advantages to this roof form is that it removes the need for columns, so it frees up views of the pitch. And this was a very radical idea when we take into consideration going to a football match in the early to mid 1990s. So I would argue it's one of the few stadiums from around that era that's actually become a landmark building within its own right in the town or city that it was built. And the experience of the stadium actually starts from many, many miles away, beyond just kind of entering the stadium as we stand now. I'm sure most of us are coming via the train via Leeds or Manchester, or coming in driving the car via Waterloo. The experience of the stadium actually starts from many, many miles away. There's probably very few stadiums in the country which have achieved such magnitude. I think it's phenomenal. It does what every classic town away kit does. I've got Gola in my head, I've got the Violeta kit in the 90s. I love that it's captured the spirit of the 30th anniversary of the stadium, but not done it in a pastiche way. It really captures the spirit of why the stadium was built in the first place.